Hey Capricorns, Trishna here. Welcome to your December 2018 forecast. Happy birthday to all the December Capricorns. So what I'm feeling for you guys for this month is I think that leading up to the holidays, it's going to be kind of a positive month, a good month. And then once the holidays hit, I feel like it's going to be really calm. Not a lot's really going to be happening for you. There's not a lot for you to do. There's not a lot that you're going to do. It's going to be what most would use the word boring for, but it's not going to be boring. Like, that's the wrong word. It's going to be comforting, calm, kind of like home. At home, nothing really exciting happens, but nothing bad happens. It's just kind of in the middle. It's going to feel content. And this is kind of in contrast to what a lot of the other signs are going to go through. Like, a lot of them have the typical holiday experience of like really like a lot of excitement, a lot of energy, a lot of drama, one or the other, both. But you guys aren't really going to have that. It's just going to be pretty flat, content, positive. And I think that's a good thing. I think that you really, really need that. I think this is actually the perfect thing that you could really have, the perfect kind of holiday you could have at this time in your life. And that's because I think that for the past few months, you have been in this state of maybe confusion where you're trying to puzzle something out. You're not sure why something hasn't worked out for you. You've been looking at the data maybe and trying to enhance your results. You tried this and then it hasn't really worked. And then you're like, well, should I try this other thing? Did I give this one thing enough time? When is the right time for me to move on? When you go to this next thing, it's like, okay, when should I try the next thing? When do I call in the results? Why isn't it working? Why isn't any of this working? One of these should be working. So there's like a lot of puzzling, and if you haven't really been puzzling or up in your head, then you've been on the hamster wheel in terms of work, just really working, trying to get things out there, trying to get more clients, trying to hustle, that kind of thing. And you haven't been able to stop yourself from these things. I think part of you knows that, yeah, like this is a good time for you to work. We talked about this in November when it's good. This is a good time for you guys to work so that you can have more reasons to celebrate in December. But I think that it's a little too much right now and you can't stop yourself. You know that you need to slow it down so you don't get burnt out and so that you will actually allow ideas to come to you, because when you try to force an idea, you're not open to the solution coming to you. So you know that, but you can't help yourself. And so when the holidays come around and there's nothing to do, no real excitement, and you don't really do anything yourself, it's exactly what you need, because that's exactly what you should be doing right now. But it's gonna happen over the holidays. So definitely enjoy that. It will give you the ability to separate from the mental cycle or the hamster wheel that you've been on. So that's good. And the guidance that I get for you is, even though this is a time for you to relax, I feel like a few days after Christmas, so maybe around the 27th or the 28th, that's the time when you can start picking back up on the work again. And when I say picking back up on the work again, I don't mean hustling. I don't mean puzzling things out. I don't mean getting over analytical again. I mean, pick up a book that is on the same topic as what you like to work on, that is of interest to you, that's not a hassle to read. It's something you want to read and that's interesting and that relates to what you want to accomplish. And just read that. Light reading, enjoyable reading, that kind of thing. And you don't have to do it for hours, for a day. Just whenever you feel like it, just a couple hours here and there. Or read some articles, or go watch videos on your topic. Just something really light that you just spend maybe 2 hours a day on. And it'd be like an hour in the morning, an hour in the afternoon or something, that kind of thing. And I think the reason why I'm getting that you should do that starting December 27th, 28th is because the Capricorn New Year does not start on January 1st. It starts on January 1st for basically all of the other signs, but a Capricorn likes to get ahead of the game. So their new year starts a few days before the actual new year, sometimes a few months before the new year. Because Capricorns, they can handle a last minute deadline if they have to. They can handle the pressure. They don't mind it. Sometimes they do get some of their best work in those situations, but they prefer to be on top of things, to be ahead of the game. If they can avoid a last minute situation, they will. And so that's why they're always working for the next year, maybe a few months before the current year is over, or a few days before the current year is over. Because they're planners, they like to strategize, they like to think, they like to put things in the right places. This is also probably why you've been overanalyzing and in the mental sphere because you've been trying to figure out the puzzle. But that's just Capricorn's nature. And so that's why your year starts around the 27th, 28th, at least for this year is what I'm feeling. And that's why you guys get to start working then. And I will do a January read, but it might be a few days like into January just because I'm going to have a lot of family over and they're not going to be out until, they're not going to go home until like January 3rd or something. So it's going to be a little delayed. So I want to do a better read for Capricorns than what I'm going to tell you right now for January. I'm going to do it for all signs, but what I'm feeling for you guys right now is that once January starts, this confusion that you've been in, it's still going to be there. You're not going to have the kind of clarity that you would have hoped to have had, but I feel like things are going to be moving forward for you a few weeks into January regardless. So even though you're not sure about the details, things are going to be moving forward for you anyways, and I think that that's why it's okay for you guys to start working and like reading up on things before that, like before the new year, because you do want to be ready for when things start moving forward. It's just your nature. So yeah, that's what I'm getting for you guys. I hope this is helpful. I hope you guys enjoy the holidays and enjoy like the peace of it, the contentment of it, and like not having a lot of drama. It's just being a very, very nice, calming holiday. And I hope that you guys really take that space away from your mental analysis that's been going on. And I feel like the holidays will kind of make that happen for you. Whether it's because you have family, you just don't have the time, or because you're just not in the mentality, because it's going to be holiday mentality, you're just not in the mentality to be thinking like that. So I think you guys will really use that opportunity wisely. If not, try to. And then, yeah, start your new year, December 27th or 28th or somewhere around there. And yeah, thank you guys for watching. I hope this was helpful. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And I will see you in my next video.